kick back and enjoy this one, folks. Your key matchup brought to you by General Motors, the headliners, MASH and Sprewell.
That Sprewell was supposed to enjoy, but in game one, it was all Jamal Mashburn. 21-11 is what the MASH outscores Sprewell by, but in this game, expect Sprewell to be more aggressive. He'll get more than 12 field goal opportunities, and he hopes to shoot a better percentage. The Heat, on the other hand, is hoping that MASH can come up with another blue ribbon performance as he's had throughout the playoffs this year, having a banner season and an extra special playoff.
Well, game two, ultra significant, especially to the Knicks, who don't want to fall behind 2-0. Two injured players, Tim Hardaway and Patrick Ewing, with an update on both. Let's go to our courtside colleague, Mark Jones.
Yeah, guys, I spoke with Tim Hardaway just a few moments ago. Says he's about 85%. If it were a regular season game, he wouldn't play. He needs about 2 weeks to get right, but he's been getting electrical stimulation, a little bit of ice, as well as taking some anti-inflammatory drugs to get better. Meanwhile, Patrick Ewing, he has been receiving 20-minute daily acupuncture sessions. See those needles? He's been inserting 13 of these 3-inch long needles into his lower back and pressure points. And he told me that he feels much better as a result of the session. Guys, I guess you could say both teams are on pins and needles.
Well done, Mark Jones. Our officiating crew, Bernie Fryer, Hugh Evans, Tom Washington, South Florida. Get ready for game two. We're starting up. What a move! All right, what a start.
Oh boy, Alonzo Mourning putting that on the floor, driving it past Patrick Ewing, who did not move 1 centimeter.
Well, in game one, the Heat had 11 layups and 3 dunks. Game two starts off with a Zoe smash. Here's Ewing at 19 points in game one. Sprewell for 3. And the rebound to Zoe. Now more than 20,000 packed into the AAA, and they are electrified. Houston defending Thunder Dan on the drive. Bumped by Ewing. And the rebound of Charlie Ward. And the former Heisman Trophy winner from Florida State advancing for the Knicks. Larry Johnson, he got off game one very quickly. Made his first 3 shots. Shot clock at 7. Ward on the flip. It falls.
Hung in the air to Charlie Ward. Eluded Alonzo Mourning's shot clock effort.
Hardaway for 2.
This game is starting on a very high-paced note. Both teams seem ultra ready to play.
Well, Jack, these two just pick up right where they left off. Game one that was decided in the final minute. Ward Smith taken down by Marley. Heat 4, Knicks 2. Hardaway on the run. Able to recapture. Thunder for 3. J. Brown, an aggressive rebound. And Hardaway thought the better of a quick 3 try.
Good decision.
And there's a blocking foul on Larry Johnson. Boy, this crowd into it right from the first minute.
And both teams are clearly wired for this game, but still playing with poise and under good control.
There's 38-year-old Jeff Van Gundy. His Knicks went all the way to the NBA Finals a year ago, where they lost to the Spurs in 5 games. Here's Nash. And the rebound to Larry Johnson, who had 6 boards in game one. Allen Houston, aggressive to the hoop, but denied by Zoe. What a block. 9.5 to go in the first quarter. It's only 4-2. Nash for PJ. And the loose ball to Ewing. Charlie Ward right at Nash. Got the bucket and the foul. Now Charlie Ward, who had a scintillating third quarter of game one, He was terrific in the third quarter at 7 points and 4 assists for the game. 9 points and 5 assists in game one.
Well, Ward has the ability to put it on the floor, Eric. This is a terrific move. Little change of direction gets him by Mashburn, and Mash, making the late effort to block it, commits the foul. So Ward, all 5 of the Knicks points at this period, and doing an excellent job.
Charlie Ward off to the fine start for New York. They lead it by 1. In the Mash, triple team. PJ on LJ. And a 3-second violation underneath. Assessed to Alonzo Mourning. Oh, the Knicks defense digging in. Both teams had low turnovers in game one. The Heat with 12, the Knicks with, actually the Heat with 13, the Knicks with 12, but 5 of those New York turnovers came in the fourth quarter.
And that was decisive, Eric. Interesting, the Knicks are double teaming Mashburn with the catch in this game.
Sprewell missing on the drive. Alonzo Mourning sweeping it out. Heat trail by 1. 8:43 left in the first. So, swings it out. A Hardaway 3.
This is just what Alonzo Mourning anticipated. This is what he told me he had to do, and so far he's done it. He's penetrated and given good passes to his teammates.
Jack Tim Hardaway, 2 field goals all of game one. He's already gone 2 for his first 2 here tonight. Houston fouled by Dan Marley, but the quick start for the 2-point guards, Charlie Ward and Tim Hardaway.
Look at Alonzo on the penetration, finds Hardaway dead open at the edges. Good pass by Zoe. And of course Hardaway with plenty of time to nail that shot.
He missed 5 of his 6 triples in Sunday's first game. Marley harassing Houston, comes up with a steal. Dan Marley leading the NBA playoffs with 12 steals. And another aggressive take for Miami, and a New York foul upcoming on Patrick Ewing. Ewing at 5 fouls in game one. There's his first of game 2. Jack, both teams going right after the other.
Yes, indeed, and exactly what you would expect, Eric.
Miami 7, New York 5. We've only played 4 minutes. And so far, Tim Hardaway looking good on that wounded left foot. So, from 20. And Sprewell with a New York rebound. Sprewell in the open court at his best. Oh, the air ball. Here comes Mash. Only Ward is back. Didn't matter.
Great drive for Mashburn to elude Ward, who went underneath and tried to get a piece of the ball. Mash, a deft maneuver with the dribble for the score.
5 straight points for the Heat. They lead by 4. Here's Houston around the screen. Smothered by Marley. 5 on the shot clock. Houston on the pull-up. And Ewing with a rebound. Patrick Ewing, 9 rebounds in game 1. Wheeling in and hitting. Tough shot by the 37-year-old Ewing. Mash back quickly. Missed the finger roll, and Larry Johnson with a rebound. And Sprewell shoving Mash out of the way. And the Knicks have a break. Oh, Sprewell with the bucket and the foul. And the Knicks with a much different attitude here at the start of game 2.
They are attacking, Eric. They're very aggressive at the defensive end, and they're really driving it to the basket. Big play by Latrell Sprewell, who vowed to be more aggressive. Watch this move. All the way to the hoop. Sprewell with the finish.
And this timeout brought to you by AT&T Wireless Services. Foul as Sprewell came over the top of Zoe, and Alonzo Mourning gets his first foul. Now the second Heat turnover gives it back to the New York Knicks.
Mash was on the floor again. Now this game is going to be very physically played, Eric. It's starting off that way and will probably continue.
Yeah, with each game, the stakes rising. Ewing looking in for LJ. Larry Johnson wanting it and getting it. Out for Houston. 8 on the shot clock. Here's Patrick Ewing over Zoe, and the rebound of Thunder Dan.
Excellent defense by Miami. Excellent defense.
You love about the playoffs, every possession is meaningful. Zoe on the hook, but it rolls off. PJ missing the tip.
Gotta get back.
He just 4 of 11. Ironically, so are the Knicks. Ward took a bump at the bucket. But Charlie Ward with 7 points here in the first quarter.
All on penetrations to the basket. Very significant.
Right now, the Knicks on a 7-0 run.
Charlie Ward, in game 1, both Ward and Childs got it to the rim. And here, this is a very strong move by Charlie. Right into P.J. Brown, getting the score. No foul call on the play.
Charlie Ward just getting his first foul. Both teams have 3. Halfway through this first period here in Miami. Knicks by 3. They've scored 7 straight. PJ bottled up. And the shot clock goes off on the Hardaway 3. And PJ kept it alive on a loose ball foul on Allen Houston. Oh, once again, the active P.J. Brown gaining Miami a possession.
But the Knicks defense, Eric, forcing the Heat almost into a 24-second violation. They are bringing it tonight. Very aggressive defense.
These are 2 of the best defensive teams in the NBA. Not only this year, over the last several years. In the zone, the jumper. Kaboom!
That's the toughest play for the Knicks to defend. When Zoe gets the face-the-basket jump shot, Ewing cannot get out there and stop him.
4 points, 3 rebounds for Zoe. Knicks lead by 3. They clear out the side for Allen Houston. And he missed the runner. Alonzo with his 4th rebound. Well, Allen Houston has missed his first 3 shots tonight. Hardaway against Ward. And Charlie Ward coming up with the takeaway. Still loose and out of bounds off Miami. And that turnover created by the defensive work of Charlie Ward.
Well, this ball, Tim Hardaway tries to split the 2 defenders, gets the ball knocked loose. He was complaining. Look at this hustle by both teams. Hardaway was complaining to referee Hugh Evans that he got hit, and that's what caused the ball to be dislodged.
Just under 6 minutes to go in the first. Here's Ewing. And the rebound of P.J. Brown. Heat trailing by 3. Quick hitter to Zoe, and he was fouled by Patrick Ewing. And Jack, that's number 2 on the New York center.
That will bring Jeff Van Gundy into action and Kurt Thomas off the bench.
Jack, you talked with Jeff Van Gundy earlier tonight. The big talk, Marcus Camby not getting as many minutes, and Jeff had an interesting response.
Well, Jeff said, yeah, he should have played Camby longer. He should have taken a foul. Jeff Van Gundy is one of these coaches, Eric, and the profession is replete with them who second guesses himself when things don't go well. I said to Jeff, I thought you did all the right things, it just didn't turn out for you. Had you made a shot, you wouldn't even be thinking about second guessing. He's an excellent coach. He learned under the master, Pat Riley.
Now Jeff Van Gundy 4th on New York's all-time winning list behind Red Holzman, Joe Lapchick, and Pat Riley. And there is Marcus Camby waiting his turn. Just under 3 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Here's Thomas. So got a 3rd block. Thomas inside, broken up, comes back, and Alonzo Mourning picks up his 2nd foul. So a dose of first quarter adversity for Miami. Both Alonzo and PJ have 2 fouls apiece. Timeout to New York. And the Knicks still hold on to a 4-point advantage. Thomas on the hook. He drops it home. Kurt Thomas, almost a no-show for game 1. He didn't score. He played only 16 minutes. And not at all in the second half.
Eric, the Heat has to find a way to score here.
Miami's down 6. New York's biggest lead of game 2. Into Thorpe. Can he get it off? But he's not getting it down. And the Knicks racing right back to the offensive end. Ward for Thomas. And Otis Thorpe from behind, lassoing Thomas, bringing him down for the foul. And the Knicks have had the upper hand in this first quarter. They lead it by 6. And they've held the Heat to 31% shooting.
The Knicks are executing. They're getting good ball movement. Jeff Van Gundy, not so many isolations in this game, but relying on good ball movement to shake people free in the basket area, and they're finding them.
Jack, they called it a flagrant foul, so the Knicks will get 2 shots and the ball out of bounds.
Well, there's no question that Thorpe went after Kurt Thomas. No effort to score, but Otis did soften his fall to the floor. I think that's a little extreme. Thomas makes the second. One more look at the play. Thorpe coming over. Thomas taking the dribble. Otis making sure that Kurt doesn't get hurt as he lays him on the floor.
Well, the Knicks now enjoying a 15-4 run and a lead of 7. Here's Kurt Thomas again, the former Heat. Kurt Thomas makes it a 17-4 run, and the Knicks with their largest lead in this series so far. Tim Hardaway with the left shoe off. That's a good strong drive by Anthony Carter. Will get him to the free throw line.
Let's watch Kurt Thomas as he gets a little open jumper. The Heat jumping out on the player coming off the screen. The screener sliding into the basket area where Thomas got open. Oh my, the Heat now 2 for 7 from the free throw line.
And they've missed their last 5. Lonzo Mourning made his first 2 of the night. And that's been it. And that's not good. Well, the lead stays at 9 for the New York Knicks. And things not going well for Miami in this first quarter of game 2.
Same play, better cover this time.
Camby leaning in, Clarence Weatherspoon committing the foul. Well, the Knicks trying to build this lead in the first quarter. Only 37 seconds to go in it. Spoon picks up his second foul. And we have had in this first quarter, Jack, 18 fouls called, 10 against Miami, 8 against the Knicks.
Well, the Knicks are penetrating, Eric. They're causing defensive mismatches and then finding open players and getting good results from it. The Heat forced to foul to prevent layups.
Jeff Van Gundy changing his point guards. Charlie Ward, who got the Knicks started well with 7 quick points, takes a seat. And Chris Childs comes on, the 6-year man out of Boise State. Those two usually split the game fairly evenly. So the Knicks lead is now 10. Their run is 18-4. Miami just 4 points over the last 7 minutes until Thorpe slapped that one home.
Good play by Anthony Carter to break the trap. He was double teamed as Camby came over, put a double team on him. AC found the open man, and then the ball got to Thorpe for the finish.
Final 30 seconds of quarter 1 with the Heat down 8. Allen Houston missing the triple, and Nash has the rebound.
Last shot opportunity for the Heat. They'll probably isolate for Mash, and Mash will draw a double team at some point.
Nash taking Sprewell to the corner, and Camby blocks it out of bounds with only 1.3 left. Marcus Camby, 10th in the league this year in the shot blocking department.
That's a big play from Camby, who came from left field. Here he comes, right there.
Got to be quick. Nash got it off, but not in. Well, the first quarter comes to a close with the Heat trailing by 8. Miami shooting just 32% in the first quarter, had 6 field goals, 4 turnovers. Over this game. Nash, Kurt Thomas knocking him down.
Before the shot, Eric, so this will not be a three-point effort, which is what I think Mash was hoping for. But see, he's still on the floor, so and he took a hard hit to the hip too.
Jamal Mashburn, who had 21 points in game 1, missed his first 3 shots in that one and made 6 of his next 12, but a slow starting Game 2 for the Monster Mash. Heat trail by 8. Still have Alonzo Mourning and P.J. Brown on the bench with 2 fouls. Miami led by Alonzo Mourning 6 points, 4 boards, and 3 blocks in that first quarter.
Gotta go with it, Spoon.
4 on the shot clock, and the Heat turn it over for the 5th time here in the first half. So the Knicks up 8.
Good transition defense by the Heat to prevent a Knicks quick score.
Now they got a mismatch. Carter on Sprewell, and Anthony Carter picks up his foul. That's the first on Carter. Yeah, the Heat shot just 32% in the first quarter. New York 38%, but the Knicks made 7 of their 10 free throws in the first quarter, while Miami was just 2 of 8.
Yeah, that's critical, Eric. Figure the Heat would make, say they made all those, you got a 23-21 game.
Here's Larry Johnson. LJ lets it fly, came up way short, and look at the hustle by Marcus Camby, but he rolled over with it, and that's a travel.
Yeah, that's a good call.
By the way, that was Larry Johnson's first shot here in Game 2.
Remember Game 1, they started the game going to LJ, and he had 6 points in the first period, 8 for the game.
Chris Childs reaching in. All right, Jack, what have you seen differently out of the Knicks through the early part of Game 2 that we did not see in Game 1?
Well, they're double teaming Jamal Mashburn with a catch, or getting the ball out of his hands. Mash still has had 7 shots and made only 1. But the Knicks defense is much more aggressive in Game 2.
Shot clock at 7. Otis Thorpe. Back to Mash. Misses again, but Spoon on the glass. Back to Thorpe. He got fouled. Unfortunately, the bucket did not drop. Thank goodness for rebounds, because the misses coming fast and furious.
But once again, Eric, the Heat almost fighting to get a shot off in the face of a very aggressive New York defense.
That was a Knick team that finished number 2 in the NBA in points allowed, 3rd best in field goal percentage defense. But Jack, this free throw situation is bad for Miami. They've missed 7 in a row.
Sometimes when you don't talk about it, it changes. So I kept quiet, Eric. So Otis gets 1 to go. The Heat still trailing by 7.
So trail Sprewell. He's missed 5 of his 6 shots tonight. Here's Chris Childs on the run, got fouled. Well, the Knicks taking everything to the basket. They have been aggressive on both ends of the court. Otis Thorpe picking up his 2nd foul. Alonzo Mourning coming back into the game, and Bruce Bowen checking in for the first time. Otis, actually Clarence Weatherspoon and Dan Marley to the bench. The Knicks outscoring the Heat 7-3, while Zoe was out.
Pat Riley keeping Thorpe on the floor with Mourning, trying to get more defensive help in the basket area. Stop some of these Knick drives right at the rim. That seems to be their objective. Take it to the rim and create plays.
Well, the Knicks took only 20 free throws in Game 1. They're already 9 for 12 here in Game 2, and the second quarter still has over 10 minutes left in it. The Knicks by 9. Bruce Bowen guarded by Sprewell. Zoe against the double.
Nicely done. Zoe turning baseline away from the double team that came from the top of the circle. So he had shooting space and knocks it down. Welcome sight for the Heat.
8 points for Alonzo. Sprewell defended by Bruce Bowen. Tough shot. And a loose ball foul on Miami. And another on Otis Thorpe. That's his 3rd.
Trap here. Let's see what the Knicks do with it.
By the way, Zoe has 9 points. Camby finger rolls for 2. Marcus Camby looking good in the open court. He's got 4 points and 3 rebounds for the Knicks. And New York is in front by 9.
That's his game, Eric. Marcus Camby loves the open court.
And Larry Johnson guarding Alonzo Mourning picks up the foul. That's his second, and New York is now over the limit.
Alonzo Mourning breaking that drought.
Oh my, shake it off, Miami. That's what Alonzo Mourning's saying to himself.
That can turn around, but he can get a nice rhythm going with their free throws. I expect they will.
What's the deal, man?
But better sooner than later.
Well, the Knicks have changed their defensive alignment. Larry Johnson on that last trip was defending Alonzo Mourning.
Now they're not going to defend Zoe with Patrick Ewing and give him a chance to get a third foul.
Mourning, Brown, and Ewing all playing with 2 fouls. And this free throw shooting for Miami is really harming them here in the first half. 4 out of 14. Well, you've missed 10 free throws. You trail by 9. Carter with the steal. And Anthony Carter overthrowing Jamal Mashburn. Miami has turned it over for the 6th time, and yes, it is time for Tim Hardaway to put that left shoe back on. 8:20 left first half. New York 28, Miami 19. LJ missing the triple. Larry Johnson's 0 for 2. Carter finds Mash. Zoe operating on LJ. Here's PJ. Got it.
Alonzo has done just what he predicted, Eric. Put it on the floor, find open teammates, and hopefully they'll knock down some shots. And the Heat still hanging around despite their free throw shooting woes.
That was PJ's first score. Ewing blocked by PJ Brown. And Ewing took a hard fall. He's still in the backcourt. Here's Mash alone for a 3.
Big hoop. Big hoop. And tempers are starting to come to the surface, Eric. So far, everybody's kept them under control.
The AAA going berserk with the Heat down by only 4.
Let's watch P.J. Brown pass over the top to Patrick Ewing. P.J. gets a piece of the ball, and the Heat then get this fast break score. Mashburn.
A big triple for Mashjack because he had missed 7 of his first 8 shots, but Miami struggling on the offensive end, but hanging in there with their defense.
Eric, for all the adversity, the Heat trailing only by 4, and the fans expressing their support of this Miami team. Great fan action here tonight, Eric.
And for the second game in a row in this series, over 20,000 of South Florida's most fervent basketball fans enjoying this Eastern Conference semifinal game number 2. Hope you are as well. Happy you're with us with Mark Jones and Jack Ramsey. I'm Eric Reed. Alonzo Mourning leads Miami with 9. Charlie Ward, the Knicks' top scorer, with 7. Miami shooting 39%. New York at just 35%. This is Chris Childs. Got it to Camby. And Bowen with a rebound. Carter for Mash. Here's Carter, left alone.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Anthony Carter, not known for his perimeter accuracy, hits a big one, and the Heat is within 2.
This is Allen Houston. Only 1 field goal so far. 4 on the shot clock. Ewing lets it fly. Carter with the rebound. Carter fouled on his way to the goal.
Marcus Camby.
That's 2 fouls. Shot clock at 7. This is Spoon against Camby. Camby got the block. And again, that's the matchup. Camby driving. Got it. Over zone. Oh, Marcus Camby again playing a big role for New York.
Now, Heat needs a score, Eric. 29 points this deep into the second period. Whew.
Mashburn picking up Sprewell. This is Houston for Camby. Zoe forced the miss. What a great defensive play by Alonzo. Mash spinning on Sprewell. What a move!
Great play, Jamal Mash.
Marley lost the ball, but it stays with New York. Still 7 left on the 24-second clock.
Great hands defense by Dan Marley. Houston driving right. Marley.
Oh,
I think Tim Hardaway got that one.
I thought Allen Houston scooped it out of bounds. Charlie Ward, the former Florida State quarterback, finds Houston. The fadeaway rolls off, and Alonzo Mourning has it. Alonzo Mourning with 7 rebounds in his first half. Remember, he had only 6 rebounds in all of game 1. And the Heat trail by 3.
He'd have a mismatch there, but Mash is going to draw the double.
Back it comes. Ewing sends it out.
Big play.
Good help by Patrick Ewing with 4 seconds left on the shot clock for Miami.
Yes, Mash had Charlie Ward on him and thought he could shoot over, and did, but Ewing with the block.
Just the second block in the series for Patrick. Hardaway forcing it up and knocked out of bounds by Miami.
Hardaway trying to beat the shot clock, and did, but didn't have a good look.
So the Knicks regroup with 2 minutes to go in this first half, leading by 3. The Knicks have made only 2 of their 12 shots in this quarter, and they're shooting only 30% for the game. Here comes Ewing, sweeping in, and so blocked it. And a loose ball foul against Miami. And it's on Dan Marley.
Oh.
And Marley coming close to receiving a technical foul from Tom Washington.
Great
But
block.
4th block for Zoe already today.
Oh. Watch this play, folks. Here comes Patrick, and Zoe with perfect timing gets that ball. Saw Marley come over the top. Another look at the block, however. Bang! Big play, Alonzo, who knows only one way to play the game, with 100% intensity.
Now check, he's averaging 4 blocks a game during the playoffs, and he's got 4 blocks in tonight's game. Dan Marley picking up his 2nd foul. I would venture to guess that you're looking at the Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA for the 2nd year in a row, although it hasn't been announced yet. Dikembe Mutombo, last player to win it 2 years in a row. So LJ gets both. He's got 3 points in the game. The Knicks 16 for 22 at the free throw line and leading by 5. This is Mash against Sprewell. The help comes, and so does the foul. And Latrell Sprewell, the only man on the court that hasn't committed a foul, finally gets his first. Now coming up at half, Tim Ring and Brad Steinke will be back on the Whammy Studios over on Lincoln Road, South Beach. Highlights and analysis from this defensive-oriented first half, plus a look around at the rest of these 2000 NBA playoffs. Well, the Heat have no one but themselves to blame when they go into the halftime locker room, and they look and see that they've taken 19 free throws, but they've missed 12 of them in a game that is this close. Now that's gotta hurt. Patrick Ewing leaving the game. And Nash missing both.
7 for 20, the Heat from the free throw line.
Well, the Knick lead remains 5. Al Mashburn had made 46 of his last 50 free throws, so it's been unusual. Sprewell. Nope. Tip doesn't go. Johnson lays it in. So Larry Johnson gets his first field goal off the offensive board, and the Knicks now have a lead of 7 with a minute left in the half. Hardaway for three.
Big hoop. Big hoop, Tim Hardaway. Stop the bleeding, draw the Heat closer. Heat trail by 4.
That's his second triple of the game, his third three-pointer of the series. Hardaway has 8 points. Bowen on Sprewell. What a play! He blocked it out of bounds. And Sprewell has now missed 8 of his 9 shots.
Now that is absolutely superb defense by Bruce Bowen.
Hard to believe Houston and Sprewell combined are 2 for 17. Make it 2 for 18. And still, the Knicks lead by 4.
See what the Heat want to do here. Pat Riley going to go for 1 shot. Got a mismatch.
Hardaway for 3. Loose ball taken by Houston, and the Knicks will get the benefit of a last shot scenario in this first half. Despite shooting under 30%, New York has the lead. Houston missing. Marley lets it fly. And that would not have kept way off. Loose ball Houston, and an easy one.
Now that's the one that the Heat had to have, Eric. And those are the kind of plays that the Heat obtain possession of all the plays.
That's a blocking foul on Patrick Ewing, and he has picked up his 3rd foul. And Jack, it's become painfully obvious as you watch the 2 former Georgetown centers and best of friends. Patrick Ewing no longer quick enough to defend Alonzo Mourning, especially out on the edges.
Yep, for sure, Eric. So Zoe can either get, now Larry Johnson's going to defend Zoe. Johnson, pretty good post defender, even though he gives up a lot of inches.
Shot clock at 6. Marley back for a Nash 3. P.J. Brown on the offensive glass. Heat still down 3. Ward deflecting it away, and here come the Knicks. Sprewell finds Johnson. Ewing has it stolen by P.J., but off the legs of P.J. Brown.
Now, P.J., I think, got raked by Patrick Ewing after he stole the ball, but no call on the play.
You can feel the intensity. 3-point New York lead. Here in game 2. Heat lead the series 1-0. Ward for 3. Yep. Charlie Ward with 10 points. Ward had 102 triples, a career best during the regular season, and that's his first tonight. Now the Knicks now in front by 6, just under 8 to play in the quarter. And the rebound to Sprewell off the Alonzo Mourning miss.
A little quick by Zoe on that one.
Marley with the steal. 3-on-3 break. Hardaway to P.J. Here's Thunder Dan for 3.
Yes, sir.
His first points of the game.
The Heat gets back to within 3, Eric. They're still climbing the ladder.
Game 2, just like all the others that have preceded it. A war. Ewing got the field goal. A lunging maneuver by Patrick Ewing, who now has 6 points in the game.
There's a double on Mash.
Marley, another 3. And the loose ball gobbled up by both Ward and Brown. You remember those 2. And they will jump it up down in the offensive end.
Right now, they are not certain if he'll be able to return to the game, which would very much hurt the Knicks' chances here in the second half. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Mark. Good investigating work, as usual. Now 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Jack, the Heat trying to get over the hill and haven't been able to do so. They did get to within 1 about 3 minutes ago, but the Knicks have extended it back to 5, and not quite sure how. Sprewell 1 for 10. Ewing 2 for 9. Houston 2 for 11 from the field.
Let's see where P.J. Brown wants to tap this ball.
Now they reposition Mash.
Back between Mashburn and Hardaway. He should control this tap.
And he does, but Sprewell hops on it. Marley knocking it free. That saved a potential bucket. Here's Larry Johnson. Got the field goal. Well, the Knicks now lead by 7. That was a big win of the tap for New York.
Yes, it was. Actually, PJ controlled the tap, but the ball didn't go to the proper receiver.
Now the Heat need a score. PJ. So over Larry Johnson. PJ Brown on the offensive glass. Back to Zoe. Turnaround jump shot. Zoe on the glass. Ewing with a block. And the Knicks hold. This is Johnson. New York leading by 7. LJ fouled on the shot by Dan Marley. Now Marley picks up his 3rd foul. That's Miami's 1st here in the 3rd quarter. LJ will go to the stripe with 7 points, and as he does, let's take a look at tonight's Chrysler trivia question. What 2 postseason records does Dan Marley hold from the 3 overtime final encounter on June 13th, 93? And we won't leave you in suspense for long. 59 minutes without a turnover or a foul as a member of the Phoenix Suns.
That's some record, considering how hard Dan Marley plays.
Dan Marley holding on to that rebound. Thunder with 6 boards tonight, but the Knicks currently on a 10-3 run. Charlie Ward with a steal. 3-on-1 break. Only Hardaway's back. And Hardaway pumps Sprewell, and the Heat caught a break. That Sprewell shot almost dropped. Hardaway's 2nd foul, and right now the Knicks flexing. They lead it by 8. Sprewell can add to it. Even though their big 3 has struggled mightily.
In a low-scoring game like this, Eric, it almost doesn't matter. And even Latrell Sprewell and Allen Houston both struggling in all parts of the game except at the defensive end. The Knicks doing a superb job defending. That was Sprewell's first free throw miss.
He missed them both. And the rebound to Ewing. Well, the Knicks getting the loose balls in game 2. He dominated that in game 1. So with a foul. 3rd foul on Alonzo Mourning. This is an important time in this game, Jack. The Heat don't want to let the Knicks get any further ahead than they already are. These final 5.5 minutes of the 3rd quarter will be intriguing.
The Heat has to find a way to score, Eric. The Knicks defending it very well, and now the Knicks have caught the plague at the free throw line, spreading from one team to the other.
Ewing gets 1 out of 2. 6.6 rebounds for the New York captain. The Knicks by 9. They're on an 11-3 run. Mash off to PJ. Marley for 3. And the long rebound at Charlie Ward. Here's Sprewell. Back to Johnson. Ward, a 3. And Alonzo Mourning reaching out for his 11th rebound. The deficit facing Miami is 9. Sprewell knocked it from Nash. 10th Miami turnover. Now the New York defense has been terrific most of this night. And on the catch, P.J. Brown picks up the foul. That's number 4 on P.J. 3rd on Miami.
The Heat really struggling to get some semblance of offense. And the Knicks just fighting them every inch of the way for it.
Sprewell almost lost it. Charlie Ward drives it, lost it. And Mourning with his 12th rebound. Both teams shooting 31%. Mash wide open for 3.
Oh, that's huge. That is huge. From 9 down to 6 down. After shutting the Knicks down with their offensive effort.
10 points for Mash. That was his second triple. So the New York lead is 6. Shot clock also at 6. Houston misses. Mashburn holds on. Here's Zoe, doubled on the catch. Hardaway, wide open 3. Bingo. He hit it. His third triple today.
Another great play by Alonzo Mourning from the post. Zoe's done a terrific job throwing the ball out from the double team.
Mash with a steal. Mash on the move. What a play!
Great play, Jamal Mashburn. Read the passing lane, got the ball, and took it all the way to the hole. The Heat trailed by 1.
For the second time in the quarter, Miami is within a point. The Heat have scored the last 8 points. And Dan Marley goes down, picks up his 4th foul.
Let's go back, Eric. Take a look at Jamal Mashburn, Latrell Sprewell committing the cardinal rule. Don't jump in the air to make a pass. Mash, watch this. Slick move all the way to the rim.
12 points for Mashburn tonight. He's outscored Sprewell 12-5. Allen Houston to the line, where he's 2 for 2 tonight. Marcus Camby, despite that bruise to his right elbow, is back in the lineup for New York. He sits down. Latrell Sprewell, who leaves the game just 1 for 10 with his shooting.
Now this Jeff Van Gundy coming with the big lineup, so the front line will be Larry Johnson, Patrick Ewing, and Marcus Camby. So Pat Riley counters by bringing Clarence Weatherspoon into the game. I would expect he'll defend Camby. Mash will stay with Larry Johnson. That moves Zoe over to defend Patrick Ewing.
So 8 points for Allen Houston. You know, the only Knick in double figures is Charlie Ward, and that doesn't figure. 10 points to lead New York. 3 Heat players in double figures. Mash with 12, Hardaway 11, Zoe 10. Tip in, goes!
Spooner, I think.
Clarence Weatherspoon with his first field goal of the game, and again, Miami within 1. For the 3rd time in this 3rd quarter. A 10-2 run by the Heat. Ewing over Zoe. Tough shot that drops. Patrick Ewing answering with that one. And Bruce Bowen just took a foul. No, he committed the foul. Bruce Bowen with an unusual foul as he was running down court.
Let's watch Clarence Weatherspoon get inside position. I think both he and Zoe had their hands on the ball. And then Patrick Ewing turning away from the defensive pressure. Shoots that little raindrop. Whoa. Wow. How can that be an offensive foul?
Awful.
That's unbelievable.
3-point lead for New York now. 2:18 to go in the 3rd. What a series this is shaping up to be. Again, Ewing got fouled on the jumper, and he'll shoot a pair. And the foul is on Bruce Bowen from behind. That's his 4th. Miami's over the limit. Patrick Ewing, who's coming off the lowest scoring season of his 15-year career. But he is New York's all-time leader in every category that matters. Scoring, rebounding, blocks, steals, games, and minutes. You're looking at Mr. New York Knicks.
He's had a marvelous career, Eric.
Now recognized as one of the top 50 players of all time. Also one of the top playoff performers of all time.
And underappreciated in the New York area.
No doubt. Well, New York leads by 4. This Game 2 tug of war continues through the night and through the series. Here's Mash, baseline drive. Houston knocked it out of bounds. And Mash clutching his knees, shaken up a bit. And now rises to his feet with 10 left on the shot clock. Just under 2 minutes to go in this third period.
Mash has played every minute of this game.
Knocked out of bounds again. Well, Mash in fine condition. He loves this kind of work, and he worked his body to this kind of shape all through last summer. Heat trail by 4. Shot clock at 5. Hardaway for 3.
That's way out there.
And the loose ball to Allen Houston. New York by 4. Ward slips in, finds Camby, who missed the dunk.
I think Spoon got a piece of that.
14 rebounds now for Zoe. LJ guarding Spoon, burrows right in. Bowen for 3. Charlie Ward has the rebound. Well, open shots, not dropping for the Heat. Houston into Ewing. Patrick double. Ward tries to triple and does. A couple of triples for Charlie Ward in this third quarter alone. He continues to be the Knicks' high scorer with 13, and New York leads by 7.
Charlie Ward has had a brilliant game. They're getting good looks and can't connect.
New York has scored 6 straight points. Shot clock at 5. Houston fouled with a second left on the possession. It's going to be a 3-shot foul, I believe. Make sure. I thought he was outside the arc. Might not have been. Just a 2-shot foul. As Allen Houston goes to the stripe, Clarence Weatherspoon picking up his 3rd. Attention Heat fans, Bongo's Cuban Cafe Miami now open on the East Plaza of the American Airlines Arena. The Heat goes on at Bongo's. After the Heat, come to eat, stay for the beat. Bongo's open for lunch, dinner, and dancing nightly. It's Bongo's Cuban Cafe. Rhythm never tasted this good. Allen Houston on the night, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. He's got 10 points. And New York has now scored 8 in a row.
Amazing. The Heat closed to within 1, and then suddenly the Knicks put on a spurt.
3 times Miami within 1 point in this third quarter and never able to get the lead. Hardaway setting for 3 now, releasing. And that ends the third quarter. Well, the Knicks, Camby down the middle. Camby missing the tip. Camby getting it the third time.
2 offensive tips.
Now this is trouble. 10 unanswered points for New York and their largest lead of game 2. 11. Spoon in deep. Camby with a block, but this time he commits the foul. 3rd on Marcus Camby.
Let's watch Camby. This is the best part of Marcus Camby's game. Not that, this. Because he has great length and quick reaction to the ball off the board.
Clarence Weatherspoon went 1 for 4 in the first half at the line. He gets his first. Spoon with 4 points, 6 rebounds in the game. And makes both.
The Heat now fighting the battle. First getting their deficit to single digits. Now they need stops and good offensive plays. Stops come first.
Camby foul with 4 seconds left in the possession. Jamal Mashburn picks up the foul. That's his second. And the first team foul here in the final quarter for Miami. He took game one on Sunday, 87-83, a game that saw 14 lead changes, 9 of them in the fourth quarter. We had 5 lead changes in the first half of this game, none here in the second. Charlie Ward out, Chris Childs in. What a game Ward has turned in. 13 points, 5 of 8 shooting, 5 rebounds.
He's been the Knicks' best player, Eric, in this game.
Well, you never know who's going to step up in a playoff game.
Otis Thorpe now on the floor. Clarence Weatherspoon as Canby makes them both.
Well, the Knicks are 25 of 36 at the foul line. Miami's 10 of 24. That's where this game is being won and maybe lost. But plenty of time left. Over 10 minutes. But the Heat are down 11. Nash over LJ.
That time, the Knicks did not double team. Jeff Van Gundy trying to guard against the three-point shot. So left Mash with single coverage.
14 for Jamal. Larry Johnson against Otis Thorpe. Oh, he came baseline for the score. 10 points for Larry Johnson. And again, New York by 11.
They're smelling it now, Eric.
Larry Johnson picks up the foul. And that's number 4 on LJ. The second half. And that was a tough shot. Kurt Thomas defense of a shot clock running out. Alonzo Mourning 3 out of 14 from the field and has missed his last 9 shots.
The Heat simply can't muster an offensive play. Kurt Thomas perfectly timing that shot by Alonzo Mourning.
LJ on the post against Otis Thorpe. Shot clock at 6. LJ on the scoop and knocked out of bounds. Now Tom Washington and Bernie Fryer have a disagreement. Looked like Marcus Camby knocked it out from our vantage point, and the Heat will get it back. Just under 9 minutes to go here in game 2. Still an 11-point New York lead.
Well, who's going to step up for the Miami Heat?
Now Tim Hardaway over on the Heat bench with the left shoe still off. Zoe spinning, in trouble. Put it up and missed. That's 10 straight misses. And Marcus Camby took a shot to the head. He's still down. And now the referees halt play as Camby rises to his feet. Anthony Carter committing the foul. That's why play stopped. His Heat's second team foul on Anthony Carter. That's number 2. Actually, I have him for 3. Let's see if it updates. B.J. Brown back into the game. Dan Marley goes to the bench. And Tim Hardaway still on that Miami bench with 8.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And the Knicks leading it by 11. Child steps into a 3.
And they're talking now. The Knicks are talking.
The biggest lead of the game for New York. It's the biggest lead for either team in this series. Chris Childs' triple has Spike Lee out of his seat, and the Knicks up by 14. This timeout brought to you by AT&T Wireless Services. Mourning tried to tip it, and Kurt Thomas with a rebound. And the Knicks just locking it up with their defensive play. They've held the Heat to 31% shooting.
Plenty of time left in this game. The Heat do trail by 14, but there's plenty of time. But they must mount some kind of an offensive attack.
Shot clock at 3. LJ steps back and connects. 12 for Larry Johnson. The lead keeps growing. It's a 19-4 run And the Knicks by 16. Who would have ever thought Game 2 would be a blowout? Carter on the drive. Sprewell off and running. Marley with a foul, and both players go down. Oh, Sprewell popped out of there like a jack in the box.
His teammate Kurt Thomas and Chris Childs lifted him off the floor. What? This is something. Watch how they pull Sprewell out of there. The Knicks are full of energy.
And Marley picking up his 5th foul. The Knicks, Jack, you got to hand it to them. They have been fabulous here in the 4th quarter.
Well, they started the game being very aggressive, Eric. Now, as their confidence builds and they see this game put away in their favor, they're becoming more and more confident, and I think more and more aggressive at the defensive end.
That was the 4th time these Cubs have met in the playoffs in the last 4 years. No time has either team gotten off to a 2-0 lead. The Knicks trying to forge a split of these first 2. They've done it in each of the first 3 playoff series. And now Tim Hardaway is back into the game with under 7 minutes left. Chris Childs fouls out on that play. And now it has to be restrained by Latrell Sprewell. Childs, who once played for the Miami Tropics in the USBL, a Pro Summer League, has to be calmed down by Jeff Van Gundy. Tom Thibodeau, he's done. Childs finishes up with 5 points in 11 minutes. Fouled out 4 times during the regular season. Mash got fouled. And it counts. Chris Childs will watch the rest in the Knicks dressing room. Now, that's unusual. He could have stayed on the New York bench, wasn't ejected. He just fouled out.
They may have urged him. Maybe Jeff Van Gundy said, let's get him to the locker room so we don't get a technical foul and we don't risk the possibility of his being penalized and sitting out the next game also.
Marcus Camby's been banged around a lot tonight. With an update on his condition, let's go to the man who's been tracking it all night, Mark Jones.
Yeah, rough night for Marcus Camby. First the elbow injury. Now you see him holding an ice pack over his right eye. The team doctors for the Knicks recently finished patching him up with a skin adhesive to close up a cut that occurred right there in a sequence just moments ago. But Marcus Camby's team up right now and up comfortably, guys. Back to you. Rough night for him.
Well, the Heat just 1 field goal over the last 8 minutes. They're down 16 with 6:43 left.
Still time. Still time. The Heat can get stops and generate some offense.
Gotta be perfect. Allen Houston hits it. Allen Houston with 12 points tonight. And the Knicks again by 18. 6:20 left in the game. Lonzo Mourning without a field goal in the second half. And Latrell Sprewell with a rebound. Zoe is having a nightmare. He's missed 13 of his 16 shots, and this is a guy that shot 55% during the regular season and was 53% through the playoffs before tonight. Charlie Ward missing the triple, and Mashburn runs down the rebound. Sprewell picks up the foul. That's Latrell's 3rd. Knicks are over the limit. Now, right now, the Heat at 30% from the field for the game. If that stands, it would be a playoff low in Heat franchise history. Their previous lowest shooting percentage in a playoff game, .338 at Chicago. That was back in the '97 Eastern Conference Finals. Jamal Mashburn makes both. Mash leading the Heat tonight with 18 points, but Miami trails by 16. Sprewell threw it away.
That's 2 jump-in-the-air turnovers by Latrell.
Kurt Thomas went down. Jamal Mashburn picks up the foul. 3rd on Mash. 4th on the Heat. Patrick Ewing getting set to come back. Well, this would have figured to be an ideal opportunity with the Knicks' top 3 scorers having bad offensive games, but lo and behold, the Knicks lead by 14. And the Heat missing 14 foul shots in this game, ironically enough. 8 on the shot clock. Through the hands of Ewing, and there's still hope. With 5:10 to play. It'll take something very, very special. Mash splitting the double team, no foul.
Oh, my. How can Jamal Mashburn not get a foul call on that play?
That's what Jamal is wondering. And now the action stops. Hugh Evans, the crew chief, walking over to the scorer's table.
Let's watch the play. Jamal Mashburn trying to get, he got hit by 2 players. And then Sprewell takes it all the way to the well, throws it down hard.
Well, the New York Knicks coming to Miami looking for the split of these first 2 games. Right now they're looking good, leading by 16. We welcome you back to the AAA. Eric Reed with Dr. Jack Ramsey. Mash, a corner 3.
Yes, sir. Trailing by 9. And Jeff Van
Mash. Yeah.
7. Heat trail by 7.
Mash
is heating up, Eric.
He's got 11 points in the 4th quarter, 23 for the game. A 13-2 run and a New York turnover. Incredible. 2 minutes to go. The Heat were down by 18. Mash against Sprewell. Carter puts it up. And Charlie Ward with a huge rebound in traffic. Got away with a double dribble, so got away with a foul. They let it play on. Sprewell missed it. Ewing got it. That's huge.
That's the dagger. The series doesn't start until you lose a game on your home floor or have to win on the opponent's floor.
And I think the Heat walk off to their locker room feeling like they really let a golden opportunity slip away. A chance to go up 2-0, and they let that go. The free throw shooting absolutely destroyed them in the first half when they missed 13. They end up the night going 19 for 33, but the Knicks scored 31 points at the free throw line, and New York wins the game despite shooting only 35%. Now the Knicks have evened the series at 1 game apiece. Coming up next, a preview on what's ahead post-Heat on Sports Town.